Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Monday. Hope y'all can hear me. Let me know if y'all can hear me. Good morning. Happy Monday. Thank you, ma'am. Good morning. Happy Monday. Drinking some lemon water. It is like 30, 40 degrees here in Houston, Texas. Our winter has officially begun. It'll only be that way for like a week and then we'll get hot weather again. But my little throat is like, ugh. Y'all see my little mug I got from Target Dollar Spot? Good morning. I sure have. Y'all are all on my prayer list. Whoever comes in contact with this, with my YouTube lives. Ooh, y'all got snow? Good morning, Crystal. Girl, we ain't getting no snow. Thank Jesus. We would know how to act. Good morning. Good morning. So, y'all know I like to go ahead and get started so I don't waste anyone's time. Excuse me, clearing my throat. I apologize in advance. I'm not coming down with anything. Just got to get used to this weather. But today is day 4. Did I say day 3 or day 4? No, I just put the date. Today is day 4, 1/6/2025. And it's our first Monday of 2025. So let's make it a good one. Day 4 is reflecting God's beauty. And our affirmation is I reflect God's beauty in my words, actions, and presence. I love that. The Bible verse is Psalm 90:17, and it says, "Let the beauty of the Lord our God be upon us." And I actually, I look up the verses, and the excuse me, the message translation says, "And let the loveliness of our Lord our God rest on us, confirming the work that we do." Oh, yes, affirm the work that we do. So, the loveliness, the beauty, what they're talking about is the favor of God. And I thought that that was so nice in the respect of God's favor is beautiful. Just think about all the times that we've gotten things that, we know we probably shouldn't have gotten or maybe didn't necessarily work for or earn. I won't say that we didn't deserve them. I don't like to say that, but maybe we didn't earn it and we got it because of the favor of the Lord. Maybe we didn't necessarily follow the right steps or the right path, but God still put his favor on us. So that's what they're talking about in that verse. The devotion is being feminine is about reflecting God's inner beauty in how you live and treat others. Action step. Add a beautiful touch to your day, flowers, play some soft music, or do a kind gesture. And the journal prompt is, how can you reflect God's beauty in your daily life? And so we understand that this isn't talking about beauty, our outward appearance. That is important, especially as a feminine woman. How we show up, how we present ourselves, definitely important. And that's not something that you necessarily need money to do. Clean, well kept, healthy, smell nice, hygiene, proper hygiene. Those are all things that we can do at any income level to have the outward beauty. But what they are talking about is our inner beauty, like how we are on the inside. Are we kind? Do we care about others? Do we care about ourselves? Because it all, like I always say, starts with us. How we treat ourselves is really, how we treat ourselves is the foundation to how we treat others, how we're going to treat others. So he's talking about, well, this devotion is talking about being feminine is about reflecting God's inner beauty and how you live and how you treat others. It's like, when you say somebody is beautiful, but they're ugly on the inside, it be people that, look good, but you don't want to fool with them. You be like, you're not a good person. You're not nice. You're not peaceful. That's a part of inner beauty. Being peaceful, not necessarily a peacemaker, because that's not our job sometimes it is, but sometimes, a lot of times it's not. We try to insert ourselves in situations we ain't got no business trying to insert ourselves in and make peace, because God is doing something, okay? And we're kind of interrupting that when we go in and try to be the peacemaker. That's a word for me. Somebody wanted me to touch on blending families. And so let me just say that real quick. If you're watching this, or if you happen to watch the replay, good morning. You can not try to be, you don't need to try to be the peacemaker. Let things happen how they're supposed to happen. Y'all know I remarried, and 3 of my kids are grown, but one is 19, and then I have my 14-year-old, should be 15 next week. Happy birthday, Riley. But the 19-year-old, like I told y'all, I let them get away with a lot of things because of mom guilt and just, the things that I had been through and the things that I felt I put them through. And so somebody has said, like, when my husband came, he brought structure, and he did. He brought a lot of structure. He's a very, he's a dad, okay? And he reminds me of my dad I grew up with, who happens to be actually my stepfather as well. But this is what he says, and from the beginning where we established that we were going to get married and be together, he wanted to be involved in parenting. He tells me all the time, you're not a single parent. I'm here. Even though he's not physically here, he wants the kids to ask him things and all of this kind of things. He wants me to run things by him, which I'm not used to, but I'm getting used to, right? Anyway, long story short, because I'm not going to keep y'all Monday morning, but, my 19-year-old, she had issues with, his structure. And truth be told, I'm just being honest, he didn't have to take my 19-year-old in. She had graduated high school. She had plans on going to the Navy. She decided against that last minute. He did because he loved me and he loved them. But he didn't have to. That actually wasn't the plan, because we thought she was going to the Navy. She was just going to be here for a little while. But he adjusted. He was like, cool, that's fine. She either need to go to school or she needs to do something, which I agreed. But she didn't like the structure that he brings. He likes to know things. He likes to know what's going on in the house. He likes to know your plans and all of that. And that's something I'm getting used to, because I'm used to being by myself and doing my own thing. So they got into it. they had a little disagreement. You know, there was some shouting, and I finally understood that, because usually I try to make peace between them. I'll be like, no, this is that. I've called family meetings, things like that. Like, I'm steady trying to make peace in the situation. And finally, I was just like, you know what, Nicole, let God handle this, however it works out. Now, the funny thing is, they done made up. She calling him. He told me the other day she called him and asked him, because she did end up going to stay with her aunt, which is fine because we probably needed some separation. So she didn't end up going to stay with her aunt, but she called him on the phone and apologized to him for being disrespectful and how she acted, because she was disrespectful. And she called him and asked him could she still get packages at the house, and told him she loved them, and he was like, I love Patty too, da 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 da. This girl ain't called me and said nothing to me. Ain't said nothing to me. So let that be a lesson. And you don't need to be the peacemaker. Things will work themselves out. Sometimes you ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to say nothing. You just need to keep trusting God, and like we talked about last week, surrendering situations to God. And that's what I did in that moment. But anyway, yeah, I'm like, but she ain't called me. She ain't said, Mama, I'm sorry. Nothing. Apologize to him. I love you. You're the best stepdad. Da, da, da. Nothing. I'm a mama. I gave birth to her. Anyway, I'm glad that they're getting along and they're finding their own way, and that's the point. Let them find their own way. It is. It's very real life. It's very real life. um, Blended families. It's a challenge. It's a challenge, and I think you have to understand that people who have never met each other are coming together and possibly living together. Even though, like I said, my husband who works out of town, he's not here 85% of the time. So that was kind of a little bit easier, but at the same time, he's still a very active member of this household. He's 1,000 miles away right now in Iowa. He's still a very active member of this household. So and that's just how it is. So anyway, so our journal prompt is, how can you reflect God's beauty in your daily life? For me, it's being at peace within, but not necessarily trying to make peace. Um, for me, it's being kind. It's being loving. It's being nurturing. Y'all know that's my word of the year. Um, so yeah, that's how I feel. Probably some of the things that I'll write in my journal today. I hope that y'all are writing in your journal. I think that is an exercise that you really need to do along with our devotional, because you need to slow down. You need to think about things. You need to possibly pray. You need to write out your feelings. So I hope that you're doing that. Good morning. Thank you. That literally happened in our family with my daughter and husband. Oh, really? Yeah. I'm just like, oh, so y'all cool? He was like, yeah, I talked to Patty. Have you talked to her? Like, no. He done talked to her twice. Sent me the text messages and everything. I'm just like, she ain't said nothing to me. But I'm glad. I'm glad. Because I'm staying out of it. I'm going to let that, I know my husband is a good man, and I know my daughter is good. And I know that God is working that out. So I was happy for the outcome. Because it was stressing me out. I'm going to just be real. I was being stressed out about trying to make everybody mesh, and it's just not. That's not how it works. That isn't my job. My job is to be Nicole, to be loving, to be kind, to be nurturing, and that's what I need to do. She acts like he's a real father after they beefed. Right. Right. And I think a lot of the disconnect is because they're actual father, my ex-husband, is not. He's not a too act. He's not that active. He's active when he want to be, and uh, again, it's not my job to try to piece that together. So I don't. I don't. But anyway, yes. So our affirmation: I reflect God's beauty in my words, actions, and presence. Keep that with you today as you start your week. Keep that with you if you have to go into the workplace, dealing with family, dealing with everyone else. Good morning. Keep that with you. How are you reflecting the Lord's beauty? How are you reflecting the Lord's favor? Can people see the favor of God on your life and want to draw nearer to you, therefore draw nearer to God? You know, people have told me, "Hey, you got something special about you." And I know that's all Jesus, cuz sometimes y'all heard me. Sometimes I don't act right. Definitely need that affirmation as a report back to work today. Good. Oh yeah, a lot of people are going back to work today, so this is right on time. Thank you, Southern girl. Right on time. This is right on time. So anyway, it's 7:15. I'm not gonna keep y'all, but I will see y'all at 7 a.m. all this week. Um, I don't know about next week. My daughter actually doesn't go back to school until tomorrow, and if we have ice, they may not be going back tomorrow. So we shall see. But 7 o'clock works good. Poor Chop doesn't really get here until like he'll be back Wednesday, and he didn't really get here till like 7:45. So 7 o'clock is good. So this is when I should be coming live. If anything changes, I'll let you know. And I was thinking about maybe one time during the week coming live in the evening, just so, anybody who's at work or in a different time zone, because I know some people watch me from, I think one lady said she watched me from Antigua. Um, Maybe going live one time during the week in the evening. So let me know if that's cool for y'all. Maybe I'll do a poll on my community tab and see what time. But anyway, I love y'all. I'm praying for y'all. I hope that y'all have an amazing day and an amazing week, that you are safe, that you are at peace, that you are loved, that you are cared for, and that you communicate that to anybody that you come in contact with today. I'll see y'all on tomorrow morning. Thank you. Oh, thank you for sharing my videos. Oh yeah, share the video, y'all. All right, bye y'all.